When I started my PhD after having studied overseas, I had this intention that I was only going to read Islamic thought. I didn't care about Western thought or anything un-Islamic. And so Jackson put me in my first semester in political philosophy. I found myself reading Aristotle, Plato, Machiavelli, Hobbes, Leviathan, and I was presenting on John Locke's Second Treatise that week. I was totally overwhelmed, and I came to him and I said, "Why'd you put me in this class? I didn't come here to read these kuffar." And he said, "Yes, you did. Where do you live?" And I said, "America." And he said, "Who do you think Thomas Jefferson was influenced by?" "By Locke." And he said, "Locke's ideas are in the water and the air of America." I realized that moment I had a cognitive dissonance. I thought I could be here in America and not care about the ideas that shape our world here in America. And if I just mastered our tradition without placing it in conversation with the dominant discourses, I would be a really good faqih and mufti. So I had to unlearn this idea that I just wanted to study Islamic thought and not care about anything else, which led me to Professor David Albertson in our department. And I started studying MacIntyre, Charles Taylor, a bunch of Catholic theologians who are in the same boat as us, and they're critiquing liberal thought and engaging with it because they have their own tradition that goes back to Augustine and Aquinas and all these other scholars. And I was able to benefit tremendously. And when I wrote my dissertation, I stood on the shoulders of Alistair MacIntyre and Charles Taylor as I engaged some of the same discussions, but from the Islamic tradition. And this is what we're doing at IOK at the graduate program, where seminary meets the academy. Assalamu alaikum.